we're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That jab doesn't find a home. Missing with that right hook. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
These counter punches have to hurt. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. And misses with that jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every switch.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Nice counter. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like he turned. And there's the bell to start the round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You got a swarmer on your case, you know you've got to fight. You got to hold him, you got to tie him up. You got to lean on him when they come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high, because I will keep punching until the referee said stop.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than equal.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That jab misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who... They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Missing with that jab. Swing and a miss with the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. These two fighters are made for one another. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter punching. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. It's all offense all the time. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen?
It's anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he scores with the counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Do you believe what we are seeing? This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a bang, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? No rest for the weary. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him, I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills, step back with him. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. They got out of the way of that right hook.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
A lot of effort being exerted here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp.
The unified heavyweight champion is down! As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So he's back up on his feet, but can he get back into this fight?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Good counter punch. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
He misses with that straight left. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Just one punch. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. He misses with that straight left. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. That hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. He's always coming. Good counter punch. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Straight right just misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Beautiful counter shot. Oh, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this far.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Good counter punching. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. It's bombs up the big Ukrainian in big trouble. As he weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nope, that just not going to score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Oh, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters. And there's the bell to start the round. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning wouldn't be.
Usyk! He's landed everything he's got, but he can't get him out of there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at it. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about what?
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. That left hook misses.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Those counter punches have to hurt. And that jab just missed with the left hand. We've never seen Oleksandr Usyk hurt like this before. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Usyk! Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Catch and shoot. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
His stamina is off the charts. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This is with the straight left. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about championship.
They ring the bell, and here we go. How much is left in their tank after last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. How about that time counter shot? We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is that Usyk might go down here. What an upset. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That counter shot lands. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan.